Hello everybody and welcome to our Genshin live stream. Hope on this wonderful Thursday. I hope you're all having a great day. And will become even better to watch my live stream. I also didn't say that I welcome you to my Genshin stream, as it might be unclear what game I'm supposed to be streaming right now. But yeah, yesterday was April Fool's Day. We streamed some Minecraft. And today we are back to Genshin. Raiment Collection. Dawn Breeze. Wait, what? Is this the tower defense event? That's what it's called? Whichever even got that notification is already gone. I'm pretty sure I remember this yesterday. Okay, so theater. I don't want to do theater immediately. But I do want to immediately change my characters. I should have done this yesterday. So that people can actually borrow my characters. Because only 2 are viable here. We'll put Chiori for sure, maybe Ito and Albedo as well. Mostly the Geos, because like nobody owns them. Maybe my Klee. But my Klee has a 4-star weapon and I don't want to swap it, so maybe not. Maybe like Esco and Nuvillet. Or my Citlali. My Citlali is R2, although nobody will actually see that. Or you know what? Dahlia. C6 Dahlia actually built fully. Yeah. Oh, we have had our Chaska borrowed already though, so that's nice. You should be also able to see like the last season. Daily Commissions Fontaine? Let's go. Hello, Daily Hero. This isn't Minecraft. Indeed. Oh yeah, I can actually stay on this team. The Minecraft was a one-day only thingy. But who knows? Maybe we'll return there someday. It's like faster to just go and use our tentacle to destroy the balloons. Okay, other dailies were? Oh, everything is like down here, okay. But the biggest downside... Varka just goes flying. Of streaming games other than my Hoyo gachas is that I would have even less free time to play other games. Because I would still need to do all the content in the gacha games. So if I wanted to play Pokemon or something, it would be even harder. Oh, my sound is busted. Again. I only have one audio device. Like I made sure to go into my system settings and disable all the other output devices. So there's only one. And yet it still somehow chooses nothing instead of the only output device. It's good now. At least with my mic, I disabled the camera mic and it seems to not be an issue anymore where it would change to my camera mic every now and then. Because that would happen pretty often as well. Windows always prefers the wrong sources. Whether it's your camera, microphone, or your... I guess like your monitor speakers would normally be the like wrong speakers, but for me this is actually the right audio source, the monitor speakers, because I actually like it's not the monitor itself playing. I just have my speakers plugged into my monitor. The reason why I have such a funky setup is because I want my speakers to be shared between both my Switch and my PC. I don't play on my Switch all that often, but often enough. And sometimes, you know, if I'm into a game on the Switch, I will be playing it every day. I just want to have one setup that works, no matter what. Yoink. Man, this looks like a face. This little bird buckle on his back. Looks like a smiley face, see that? There is a nose, eyes, and a smile. Like a smiley steel bear. As the can't unsee kinda thing. I saw it once. And now I'm cursed forever. They must have known. They must have realized. That looks like that. Hip. Let's grab this guy. Oh, we actually need to change our power anyways. Oh, it hit the thingy. Didn't even know it had collision. Unique box texture for this one daily. Amazing. Underwater is so chill. Too bad there aren't any artifact spots underwater. There are artifact spots where you have to like dive to get to them. I guess that's pretty much the same thing. At the Fontaine Research Institute. The old one, the submerged one. Or it's the Institute of Natural Philosophy or something. Yeah, Institute of Natural Philosophy. This one here, I'm pretty sure you can go diving to reach some extra spots. But it's pretty slow. But yeah, it would be more or less what I want. A reason to go diving on a daily basis. What are all these trinkets? Okay, one more daily if I'm not mistaken. Ah, we could say hello to these girls. Wait, there's an extra enemy. I'm hitting 3 enemies, not sure what the third one was. Just a third of the Fatui operatives? Possibly. There's even more over here. Oh yeah, that's because it's the daily. So I guess we just had a trial run. Oh, and there's 3 here as well. One of them was Assassin Mage. Looking from the drops. Maybe over there it was the same. Not so sure. Oh, look, a cannon. Is it the same cannon that they have over at, in Inazuma? Very similar at the very least. Okay, daily commission rewards. Pretty sure that was all of them. Yep. Because sometimes it will tell you daily commission rewards if you have already spent some resin and done like 2 commissions or something. Because you can use
無事今日の
the adventure point thingies. And counter points. You can use them to just get like 2 dailies, for example. You clear 2 dailies yourself and you claim the other 2 with encounter points. Right? You can do that. So sometimes the game will tell you, oh yeah, your the rewards are ready, even though you haven't done all the dailies. Happened to me before where I wanted to do all my dailies, but by accident I claimed the reward too early. Because after 3 dailies I thought it's it, and I just came to claim the reward, and the game allowed me to do so. Okay, so we need to spend some resin. Let's first get some books. I was farming Columbina books, but I think I already have enough. Yeah, craftable 18, that's like perfect actually. 2 more for the 16 here, and then 16 more for Moonlit Melancholy. So Furina is ready to be double crowned once we get the Dottore mats. One day for sure. Maybe we double crown my flames? Crown around 29, that's quite a few. I don't know, man. What was that? I heard a very weird noise. Varka, we can just crown him if we want to right now. Durin's red double crowned. Maybe some ballads. Maybe some ballads for Venti. Also, Varka just came out using Freedom books. So it's very likely that one of the upcoming Monset characters will use ballads. So even if I don't use them for Venti, like I can just farm up some ballads. If nobody uses them, I will use them for Venti. But if Lochen, Nicole, or the new Anemo girl use ballads, I will just use it for them. That could be one way to do it. Yeah, let's go with Varka. Pyrodem Ribbons don't mind if I do.
風だ
運命の変わり目任せて
はあふっ
Okay, that didn't go
全
quite
力
as
攻撃
planned.
だくらえ
I just started
し
with
っか
the
り
Durin
ついて
burst.
こいよ
Use 40 resin. Okay. Not the worst.
運命の変わり目みんながそばにいてくれるわ
足元に気をつけて逃げようなんて思わない
レッカ
He got knocked back so far. Why is your Minecraft professor playing an anime girl game? Oh yeah, wait, I didn't change my title. I'm still the Minecraft professor. Whoops. Forgot. Here we go. Now it's the Hoyo professor. We only need to use the 20 now. And yeah, hello Lexer and Daniel Sok. Imagine they make Nicole's best artifact Crimson Witch. No, she's not even gonna be a DPS most likely. We spent half the resin, got the same number of books almost. Okay, before it was 8, so this is still more than half of we got before, but not like the same. EQTTDS bot. She very well could be. That's more likely than her using Crimson Witch. But Crimson Witch is a bad melt/vape DPS set, but like a really bad one. So like, not only would she have to be a DPS, which is unlikely, number one, she would have to be a melt or vape DPS, which is also pretty unlikely. Mostly because she just wouldn't be a DPS in the first place. And then she would need to somehow dodge every other set. Every other DPS set would have to be bad for her somehow. Which would mean she would have to not be a Hexerai character, for example. I feel like she could be. Like, I feel like her not being Hexerai is definitely more likely than her being a DPS. Because the Hexerai characters are the characters who have to complete Witch's homework. And now, would a Witch complete their own homework? I don't know. I'm not sure. I feel like it's pretty likely that she will be Hexerai. But I could very well see them not making her not Hexerai, and the reason being that she's a witch. She's not gonna be getting witch buffs when she's a witch herself. Who she plays? I mean, that depends on who you already have in your team. Also, we don't really know what she does yet. Maybe she's terrible for Klee. So, we can't tell who or how she's gonna replace, because we don't know what she does. But for example, my Klee team was Klee, Fischl, Chevrus, Durin. So I would imagine Chevrus would go probably, if she was good enough to replace Chevrus. Because we can't switch Fischl out unless Chevrus is also out, because Fischl is needed for overloads. And then Durin, I mean, at least my C2 Durin is definitely a keep. So Chevrus is the only spot that even could be changed, but not sure if I would want to, because her buffs are so insane. Why are you so fixated on Crimson Witch? Nicole doesn't have anything to do with the Crimson Witch. The Crimson Witch is Signora. Why are you so fixated on a bad DPS artifact set from 1.0? If you cast Chevrus, you have no shred? Durin gives shred. Durin gives good shred. That's his main value at C0. Oh, because you don't have Durin. Yeah, so you would cut Benny, because I cut Bennett for Durin, so you would cut Bennett for Nicole most likely. You have really good Crimson Wishes that you've been keeping in the basement. You could play it on Gaming. Pretty sure Gaming's best set is Crimson Witch, because he cannot play anything else. Let's run the rest of my resin over here in this artifact domain. Yeah, so Bennett is the most cuttable character in your version of the team. Hutao doesn't want to play Crimson Witch anymore now. On Hutao you play... Nowadays you would play Binefa with her, Columbina Inefa, and you would play the Not Cry DPS set. Otherwise, if you don't have Columbina Inefa, or if they are busy somewhere else, you would play Furina, and then you would play Mareshuse. But yeah, Crimson Witch was never great on Hutao. She just didn't have anything better to do, but now she has better things to do. So you don't play Crimson Witch on Hutao. Gaming is the only character that plays Crimson Witch. I mean, the idea with Nicole, possibly, would be that she would just buff the entire team all the time. So you wouldn't even need to snapshot. She would just buff all the off-fielders. This is just speculation though. But that's how she could be... Because like, we don't want to make her just Bennett but better. But strictly better. So how do you make like a Bennett side grade that would especially benefit Varka teams? And Varka teams have quite a lot of damage sources. Because Varka deals damage, Durin deals damage, Venti deals damage. If you buff only Varka because of the Bennett, because nobody snapshots in this. I mean, Venti's burst can snapshot a bit, but like, So yeah, you want to buff everybody, not just Varka. That would be a good way to make this team stronger and also give Nicole better synergy with Varka, while not accelerating power creep by an awful ton. While keeping, for example, Mavuika teams in the same state as before. Like, not make her not better for Mavuika than Bennett, but better for Varka than Bennett. Buffing the entire team would be the way to go. She will benefit if you play Durin. If you want to buff up your Klee, first just pull Durin. Like the character that buffs your Klee already exists, it's called Durin, just pull for him. No need to theory craft. Nicole. Dendro damage bonus double crit. Yeah, that's kinda bad actually. Is it even better than Bennett at C0? Yes. Pretty sure yes. Ooh, that's kind of looking pretty decent. It's not even like no attack percent, 3-liner, kind of low-ish rolls. Yeah, no. I mean, the crits are pretty low. You can get 2.8, I think. And you don't really care that much about crit on instructors. You care about crit rate for Favonius. But you don't care about crit damage. You don't deal damage if you're playing instructors. I mostly just... oh, 3.1 is the highest? Okay. You mostly... just want a 3-liner with ER. That's what you are looking for, because you want the max ER possible when you're playing instructors.
暗闇は怖いですかさあいや
That's a lot of artifacts. Those are ER sounds, but they have no substats. Oh, that's a tiny miracle piece. EM sounds with defense? Yeah, no. Young Sun to but you don't have this buy. If you have any other Geo DPSs, if you have Itto or Navia, she's still pretty good in those teams. Especially Navia, like Navia is legit.
静かに夜ですねは
With Rina, Noel too. No, Noel is good as well, yeah. If you don't have any, if you've never pulled a single Geo DPS, no, Shion is not a Geo DPS. Shion is so fake. You need C6 Shion to even do like mid damage. Before that, she's like worse than Ningguang probably as a DPS. But yeah, Noel is actually pretty good. Noel has no ICD on Geo application, so she can actually proc the Moondrift super quickly. Mona piece? Nah. You wouldn't even play damage bonus on Mona. Actually, the set gives so much attack, maybe you would. Because Noel gets a lot of damage bonus from her ER to damage bonus conversion passive. But yeah, you wouldn't play this either way. ER EM? It's a 3-liner. EM crit rate attack? Hello, Sayonara. So Lina is not unpullable if you don't have Z-Buy. She won't be like an amazing value pull. Must pull for meta, just for like a Noel Geo team. But if you actually like Lina, you don't mind playing Noel, maybe you built her back in the day. It's a fairly legit team. Should do well against the Gecko in Fearless, I would imagine. And other Geo Shield bosses. Golden Wolf Lord in Stygian 1. Chaska's cons are very powerful, especially if you go all the way to C2. C1 is like good, but that's like it's pretty good. But Chaska is like pretty bad baseline, so C1 just makes her decent, but C2 makes her actually pretty insane. C2 is the point you want to get her to. Yeah, I don't care about this piece. His stream was actually just a dream. Yes. A mid-spring night's dream.
6308
ほら地の底へ
We'll keep the tangent for now. Geo damage bonus. The only Geo Hexray character is Albedo, who's actually the only Hexray character who doesn't want this set. The only damage dealing Hexray character who doesn't want this set. Because of his defense scalings. Albedo has a few set options, but this is not one of them. We even have defense percent. If it had double crit defense percent, 4 lines, I would just level it up as an off piece, but with only a single crit. Yeah, I won't bother. No, I'm pretty sure the new set is like 1% better on official. Depends exactly on your weapon and team buffs. But like if I play her with Durin and Chevrus, no Bennett, and especially if I put Venti Sig on her, which also gives 60% damage bonus, at that point it might even be more than 1% better to play the Hexray set. It's also just more stats, the Hexray set. Just a bit more stats, and then it depends on the balance, how much do you value the attack. Sometimes it can be even better than damage bonus, and then it wins by a landslide. I think we'll getting C2 if your luck allows it. Yeah. Not a bad strategy. Okay, let's take a visit to my teapot. I'm just gonna be going C0 R1 Lina. If I get very unlucky, we might skip R1. Just play... Actually, what would I play on her? You don't really want Fav on Linnea. Maybe like the Harp. It is R2 Harp and nobody uses it on my account. Yeah, I want something with crit. Slingshot isn't bad. And like crit stat sticks. You could just up a Thundering Pulse on her as well. This is 44, 69, this is 66. So the R2 Harp is actually slightly better, crit value wise. It's also better balanced. We have some crit rate, some crit damage. Elegy is kinda meh. Cause it's actually like the cooldown, your rotations are shorter than the cooldown. So you don't get this every rotation. And half the buff is wasted. She also doesn't really need the ER. So Elegy is pretty fake. I will try getting the Sig. Only if I like go double ATPT, like ATPT, lose the 50-50, ATPT again, and then I don't get it early on the weapon banner, then maybe I will give up. Yeah, something like that. I mean, if the passive on Elegy was more reliable, if you could actually get the 100 EM every rotation, Elegy probably would be good enough. You would sacrifice her own damage but buff your G by more, but it's only every other rotation. So at that point it's not worth it. It's half the value than if it could be every. So she has a very good free-to-play option in Slingshot, but then when it comes to premium non-sig options, there really isn't much. There really isn't anything. You just play weapons that have slightly more crit value than Slingshot. Slingshot gives you like 62 crit value, you can have like 66. Maybe 80. From a 5-star, depending on the base attack. I'm not gonna be playing Iluga, so not really an issue for me. But yeah, I have a crit rate Hatma Vujka, so that kind of crit rate is nothing to me. Slingshot and ER Ascension, ooh, spooky. Crit rate Hat Ayaka. Very nice. Okay, make these. We can make use of our pedunculate oak. Lovely. This actually looks very nice, this Frostmoon round table. Oh yeah, once I craft all of these, because I'll probably need these for some of the sets, but once I have all this furniture crafted, we should be able to use the new Notcray sets to get some extra Primo Gems. If our Lina pulls go badly, before I have to swipe, I might just go for some furniture sets first. Okay, let's first go... Before we start theater, I will first collect some artifacts. There are new furniture sets? Yeah, like last patch. I think they were at the last patch. Maybe this one, but I think it was last patch. You can buy them from Tabi. And should include most of the Notkai characters. Also, whenever we get a character from an old region, like whenever we get a Mondstadt character, they will get added to some old random Mondstadt sets. So make sure to look through all the sets. I haven't checked myself yet, but I'm sure that Varka, for example, has some old sets that he can fit into. Where he will also give you like the 20... Is it 20 primos per set? And then a character can be in like 2 or 3 sets? It adds up. Especially if you own a lot of characters and haven't really done much teapotting in the past. I'm actually a teapot enjoyer. Even spent some time improving one of my beards recently. I would also like to place more foxes in it, but I will not go catch foxes right now. I will wait until Linnea comes out, and then we can catch foxes for free, without having to buy a net from Akamurasaki. I really enjoyed doing my builds in the teapot, and the load limits are so much bigger than in the past. The load limits are like 5 times what we had back when teapot came out. I'm actually at the point where I still have load left, and I'm like, I have no idea what else I could place. I'm just gonna spam some extra foxes until my load fills up, and that will be my build. Oh, wait. Did I grab? I think I must have missed one. I might have missed one artifact. Oh no, we grabbed everything, okay. The best thing about Chaska C1 is the reduced Night Soul usage. When you are flying. Just the overworld utility of it is so nice. I'm a C1 Chaska haver. That's actually one of the cons that I put to most use every day. Because like C1 in FA or something, yeah, that's pretty nice, but like I only clear endgame like twice per month. And if I just played better, I could also be doing more damage. I'm not a great player, so I have a lot of room for improvement in my scores. So it's not really needed. Any of the cons that just deal damage are not really needed. But the con that makes you move faster, that saves so much time, man. Verta C1, Chaska C1, best cons. Shironen? I don't really want Shironen anyways. You still lose out if you don't have all like elemental characters. Yelan C1 is old news. Never loved it too much. The team I have right now is the best exploration team right now. Shironen is optional. For some places Shironen is good as well, but never Yelan. At this point. Most mid con for the most mid character.
Yeah.
Nah, this is the ultimate exploration team. Shironen, Chaska, Varesa. Because like, you need Chiori and you need 2 Anemo characters. Both Chiori and 2 Anemo characters give you permanent 10% movement speed. That's better than having another character who moves fast. Why is Karen not Xianyun? I don't really switch that much to the final character anyways. Between Varesa and Chaska, they pretty much have perma uptime. And Wanderers, better vertical mobility wins out here. Because Xianyun's jumps don't actually get affected by movement speed bonuses. So Xianyun's jumps are super slow. You never want to use them, you would rather just run with Varesa. Even without her E. So you would never actually switch to Xianyun. And Wanderer can be very useful in a place like this. First I do use Chaska, because when I'm just moving in a straight line, Chaska is the way to go. But when it comes to ascending, Wanderer is actually better than Chaska. To do this. Right? Shironen would be even better here, specifically in this space, but she doesn't give movement speed, so she cannot replace Wanderer. She could replace Varesa. I used to use Sayu as well, but nowadays, Varka's regular sprint is as fast as Sayu's roll, but you have more control, and you can like run off ledges. Because Varka is taller than every other character, and the taller you are, the faster you run. And he runs so fast that he's faster than Sayu's roll. But yeah, Sayu is pretty lovely, especially because she makes animals not run away. Was very nice back when we needed to collect crystal flies more often. Nowadays, no real reason to collect crystal flies. Oh nice, we did not get messed up this time. Sometimes he will take half my HP away. The exploration meta is the real meta. Unfortunately, nothing really has changed since Natlan. Poor Durin. Poor Durin cannot fly. I really hope that Durin would have some like... Even a mid-flight ability, just like Wanderer tier, but then it would improve with cons, and I could pull like C6 Durin, fly through the whole map. But no, I cannot pull C6 Durin to fly through the whole map. Because he doesn't fly at all. Very sad, very sad. If Durin had a flight ability that got improved by C6, I would actually go there. I would actually go for C6. But I'm not gonna pull just for extra damage. He's already strong enough. Maybe once he gets like power crept or something, I could go more cons. But for now... yeah, Durin's more than enough. Oops. This island was a puzzle nightmare. More like puzzle heaven. The golden age of puzzles was like the end of 1.x and beginning of 2.x. So Golden Apple Archipelago. And then early Inazuma. Connect electro thingy. Oh yeah, I would sometimes cheese them with Beidou. Because Beidou, when you hold her E, she applies electro to herself. So she would count as one node for the electro connections. You could also Razor Burst, but that's more restrictive. But you can move during the burst at the very least. But yeah, Razor Burst also self-applies electro. And then Razor has a special passive that makes it so that he takes less electro charge damage. Or I think he might be even immune to electro charged. So that when you burst and walk into water, you don't just die from the self-electro application applying electro charged. As you get wet. Wait, this is good as well, yeah. And it's not well, even though she doesn't apply electro. But yeah, just so that when you are slashing in a pond, that's the reason why it's there. Razor also, I think, just gets electro resistance. Just like overall electro resistance when he bursts. I'm not 100% sure about that though. Oh, well, does anybody even remember that when you have 4 different elemental characters in the party, you don't have 2 of any element, you get like a resistance boost, right? Elemental res boost? When you have no other resonance? I think that's a thing. Let's go to Sumeru. They haven't really done anything with resistance mechanics since 1.0. And yet, we still have elemental resistance as like a stat on the stat screen. We don't get stuff like normal attack damage bonus or plunge attack damage bonus. Or just some overall damage bonus. But we get freaking elemental resistance. But yeah, whether a stat is shown on the stat screen or not actually has gameplay implications. So I guess they just don't want to touch any of that. That's probably fine. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Resistance makes your shield stronger as well. I think? I'm pretty sure it does. So like if you have Pyro Res, if you have 50% Pyro Res, it will take twice as many Pyro hits to break your shield. If you are taking Pyro damage. Oops. Defense definitely does, yeah. Defense 100% makes your shields go down slower. And resistance should as well by that logic. But this is like 1.0 mechanics. These are probably untouched 1.0 mechanics, so you never know. You never know when a random rock that can take damage appears in your calculations. Because back in 1.0, I mean, I think they still exist. There were a couple of rocks on the map that actually had like HP bars, invisible HP bars. And you could kill those rocks. You could move them with Anemo abilities, like Jin's E, and you could also damage them. And I think damage numbers would pop up as you hit them around. And if you kill them, they would perma-die, and you would never have that rock anymore. I should check one day if my rocks are still there. Yeah, enemy constructs do count for theory as well. Funky that's a cryo thingy, and yet it counts as a geo construct. But I guess it's just called a construct in the code or something. And there is no difference between geo and non-geo constructs. I forgot they even exist. I still do my dailies every now and then. Whenever I stream I do my dailies, right? So I do happen upon enemies like that. Whoops, oh my god. The Legatus guy? Because like the Summatral pillars, I think we don't break them, right? They have like HP bars, although constructs don't need to have an HP. Or wait, do all constructs have HP? Can you destroy every construct? From our characters? Kachina's little thingy is a construct, but I don't think it can die. Kachina's drill. I mean, it's just like a tag that exists on some enemy structures and doesn't on others. And they might have had a different idea of where it should go back in 1.0. Okay, we are done with the daily artifact collection. We can now check out the new theater. Freeze plus Geo. Intriguing. Okay, what do we have here? I only have to play the trial Kachina. The other characters I have my own versions. But are they actually playable? Let's see, my Mona actually gave her cash flow supervision and Nim's Dream. She's actually fairly legit. My mana works. Xingqiu? Oh, Key of Kashnizu, that ain't it. That ain't it. I need more favs. I guess I will take the MC fav. I need to level up another Favonius. I was wondering what I should farm in this event. Like for which talents I should farm. I should just farm for another fav sword. Yeah. $78 to $96. Perfect ratio. Maybe we should take like this. Actually, this will be too much crit damage now, right? 51 to 137. This is probably slightly better ratio-wise. Yeah, wait. Oh, but Riodesli should take the cash flow from the Mona. Yeah, I imagine the cash flow on Riodesli is a bit more important than on Mona. Yeah, Mona will do fine with the Wit Sith. Hopefully. 2-piece Mershuse Hunter. Yeah, that ain't good. Mershuse. Although the piece is kinda terrible. Defense percent. Yeah. Oh, this is slightly better, probably. 12 crit rate? Surely we don't overcap. Yeah, we do have a pretty decent crit damage hat, actually. Onset cryo damage goblet? Wait, what do I lack? Oh, the hat is an offset. Oh, it looks... Okay, it doesn't actually look similar. The colors are like almost there. We could take the Noel hat. Or I could change the sounds. Yeah, actually, I have decent sound options. Sure. How's he looking now? 96 to 214. Yeah, this is actually legit. Riodesli looking pretty legit. Rosaria. Oh my god. Fav shortage again. I only have 3 Fav spears. Oh my god. We'll take the one from Emily, maybe? Also, where is your weapon skin, girl? Pretty sure she was just like too low level and I didn't even bother switching the weapons for the low level characters. Yeah, I didn't give him the weapon skin either. Minecraft later. Yeah, no. Hello, Kaiba Maybe next year. Oh, they'll probably try to think of something else. Maybe we'll play another wacky game. And Navia the Unforged Golden Troop. Perfect. Footprint of the Rainbow. Okay, she has scroll. She's usable then. And the legit ratio. If she just had Fav, instead of the terrible spear she has, this would be an almost perfect Katina. Oh, this is a Fav Codex Mona. Yeah, we have a DPS Mona. Okay. Kukusor Tyrant, that guy is always very annoying. We need to make sure to save like a Yelan or Furina or Nuvilet. We need somebody with good Hydro up for him. Moongecko will need some Geo probably, although I'm not really exactly sure what he does. Here, Hydro will be useful, and the Geowish fortunately can be beaten by anything. So the final boss should be the easiest actually. Also, we are the strongest at this point. Usually like the mid bosses are the most annoying. So all of these characters for sure. Wait, how is my Albedo doing? Setting up my theater always takes more time than the theater itself. Yeah, Albedo is looking mighty fine. Especially if I can pair him up with Mona. Or Klee. Theory I actually use on a daily basis. Hyonen still has the Fav. Instructor. Probably would be better to switch her to Scroll for this, but I'm not gonna bother. She will be good enough. Hopefully. Is Ito doing fine? Skyward Pride? 4-piece Husk? Yeah. Yeah, we need to hope to get him early and get him out of the way, otherwise won't be perfect. Definitely all of these girls. My Ganyu. My gun is kinda botched right now. With like Wanderer's Troop. 94 crit rate? Yeah, whatever, good enough. Support Ganyu. I could play Noblesse on her, but yeah, I'm not gonna bother. Idol could be good actually. Off-field Hydro up. Enables Jibai in case Columbina gets used up earlier. Yeah, yeah. We also have the Lauma, but Lauma actually doesn't want, like if you're playing Lauma without Nefer, you don't want another not clay character, because you want to buff the blooms instead. I guess I will take all of these. Oh, but my Klee... If I want to use Klee, we need to do a little weapon swap, and then we'll forget about it. And I will use my Varesa with Dodoko Tails. But it is what it is. Chaska will do nicely. 94 to 217. Sucrose? Will Sucrose be any useful here? I mean, Vivi, but like, we mostly have Geo carries. If I pair her with some Cryo. Just for Vivi Shred. Yeah, I don't know if I want Sucrose. Definitely we pick Furina. Definitely Nuvilet. Shanghai should be useful enough. Climb the Cooler Noblesse. Sucrose more useful than Chaska for you. She could also be a driver if I had some off-fielders. I could even have like an Escoffier carry team with on-field Sucrose. Yeah, sure. We still need way more characters. I need to be a bit less picky. Shiguin should be good. Windbloom Ode. No Favbows? Tinari has a Favbow for some reason. Now we'll have a Favbow here. Ocean Hued Clam. Okay. I would love to one day get Shiguin's weapon, or maybe some cons on her. Actually, getting some cons for her would be good on the Fontaine Chronicled Wish. But getting her weapon would not be good, because the weapons on the Chronicled Wishes are terrible to get. The PT is higher than when we were putting on the weapon banner. We'll probably get Yelan. The thing with Yelan is that my Yelan is not that great. I mean, it's like a supportive Yelan. So I can also like borrow her. Let's see what we can borrow, anything interesting. Any build characters that for me are pretty terrible. Yeah, most people haven't updated their supporting cast probably. We could take something from Pape. We could take like a C6 Furina. And she can be a carry. Frey's already like decent enough though. So many C6 Furinas, man. Everybody has a C6 Furina. Another one. There are like 4 C6 Furinas in my friends list here. I'll probably take this one. Should be the biggest gap between my and somebody else's character. Ayato? I don't know, man. We can take Dahlia. Dahlia is fine enough. And actually has a Fav Sword. He doesn't really apply Hydro much, which is pretty terrible, but if you can put him with Skirk, and pretty much that's it, he could be decent. Kokomi is good enough for Hydro up. I guess we put the Ayato in. Jade Cutter, 2-piece Echoes. What is happening over here? 112 crit rate. Why does he only have 2-piece Echoes? I don't know, I need something with less crit rate on it. And more other stats. Okay. Sure. My Chaska saved your theater. Very nice to... I'm very glad to hear that. I actually forgot... I wanted to put more of my characters into the support thingy, But I forgot to change them, and Chaska was like the only... Chaska and Skerk were the only ones that were compatible with both the previous theater and this one. So they were just there by default. Chaska is one of the best characters that I can give up for borrowing, so that's good. We'll probably take the Jongus. And Gulfing Lightning. Wait, what? Jongli, what are you doing? 300 ER and Gulfing Lightning Jongli? What have I... What was I cooking? Let's give him a fav. Oh yeah, I remember! It was for the fall damage. Yes. I just wanted to make sure my burst always comes up. Even if I like low rolled all the particles and then funnel them properly. Yes. And then I just put max ER on every piece. We can just fast equip a Millelith set, yeah. Surely it's good enough. HP hat? Bro, what? You had one job. What are... It picked like the worst pieces in every slot. Okay, 64 crit rate is usable. 4-piece emblem. I did give my Jin like some damaging weapon. Jade Cutter or something. Just in case. Just in case this extra damage is what I need. Okay, we could do Ayaka or Child. How are our elements? We could use more Cryo and Geo. I could use Noel. Serpent Spine? 4-piece Mareshusi? Yeah. Looks fairly legit. The ER is kinda terrible. Maybe I just put ER sound on her for this? Or maybe just pieces with more ER. Oops. I can't even guarantee she will be played with Furina. Right, like that's better. Oh, but we'll have even more crit rate. We already have a crit damage hat. But yeah, I won't always have Furina, so overcoming a bit is fine. 22 yard, that's good. We'll probably keep the defense sounds. Yeah, the Geo Goblet is pretty terrible. Here, if we can. Yeah, get something with ER on it maybe and just more defense. Actually, this has 0 crit damage as well. Do I not have any Geo bonus goblets with crit damage? Looks like I don't. Let's go like crit damage ER? Do I have anything? Okay, this is something. What a goblet. What a goblet. Double high roll crit. I would have rerolled it if it was a 4-liner, but it wasn't. Even my Chiori goblet is so cope. Let's take this. Yeah. 50 ER. Should be better. Okay, and one more. Probably just Ayaka. Ayaka is actually usable. Sword of an Artisan Kreuz. Oh, because her sword is on Skerk. We could give her Absolution. Just for a crit damage stick, 64 crit damage. On a high base attack weapon. Yeah. Should be good. Go to challenge. So, our actually good characters, characters who can actually deal damage here, are like Klee, Nuvilet, Chaska, Skerk, and Zibai. And maybe like Chiori, and the borrowed Furina. I need to make sure I have them for the hard fights. And then make use of the Itto, Ayato, Ayaka, Ganyu in the weaker fights. At least we don't need to play Eula, unlike the last Cryo Theater, where Eula was a starting member. That was horrible. I never want to play Eula again. Please, Hoyo, never make me do that again. Binnefa with Shilonen. Yeah, for now that's like the best team. With Lina it will change though. You can burst every rotation with only 27? That's hard to believe. Because I've seen people run like 70 ER to burst every rotation. And that would line up more with like my expectations. With but like you have five users in every Zibai team. You have like Inefa, you have like Iluga Goro. Every rotation? Where were you using her? Where you could burst every rotation with 27 ER. I mean, ER on Zibai is good. Right? Her burst is actually fairly valuable. In Stygian. Versus which boss? Were you facing the Electro Shield guy? Was that even this cycle? No, this cycle we had the Knuckle Duckle as the Electro Charge Shield boss. Oh, but you were facing Duckle. Maybe the little drones drop a lot of particles. Doesn't Duckle also charge your burst? Maybe it does. No, I don't think so. But yeah, the Electro Charge Shield bosses usually give you a lot of particles to fuel like Flynn's burst more. So maybe that's why it's good enough. I mean, yeah, if it worked for your rotation, that's good, right? Just always adjust your ER according to what you need versus the boss. Sometimes I'm fine with my like before I got Flynn's Sig. Sometimes I would be fine with 20 ER. Sometimes I would need like 80 to actually burst reliably, especially when you start at 0 in Stygian. But yeah, especially starting at 0. Yeah, the Duckle must just be giving a lot of particles. I don't really remember how my ER was looking like when I was facing the Duckle though. But yeah, this looks more like burst every other rotation comfortably, but not every rotation. Most of the time. But yeah, got level 90. C1 is very strong. Crown on the E, burst high level as well. It's a pretty powerful ability, especially when you have more ER and you can burst every rotation. Harbinger of Dawn, yeah, pretty solid. It can be hard to guarantee being at high HP, but Inefa helps. Yeah, Inefa helps, and Lina will also help with that. So then Harbinger's crit value is just kind of unmatched amongst the non-5-star, non-Sig weapons essentially. Even all the other 5-stars. Maybe like Chiori's Sig is the only one better than Harbinger. And then full-on defense. But yeah, you get 30 crit rate from this. So you have 72, 100 with the Harbinger passive. And 246 crit damage already. Yeah. So the full defense lineup actually makes sense. Pretty good. Also more, actually... No, actually less. I want to say more damage from the reaction, but the reaction actually doesn't scale with defense. The reaction only scales with EM and crit. So this does nerf your Moondrift thingy damage. The Geo pillars. Once you get Lina, you will probably want more crit damage, especially if you input the reaction damage. You tried optimize editing the secret to crit damage and swapping the crit damage subsets to defense, and it was worse. While factoring the Moondrifts, okay. Never involved config. Yeah, that's the best. Hello, GP Keep. This looks good. Lots of good subs. 28 crit subs. And 5 defense, 5 ER, 3 EM. That's a lot of substats. And very few wasted ones. Just 1 flat def, which isn't even that terrible. And 3 flat attack. And you never rolled into any of the flat subs. Yeah, pretty incredible. Slayer of Oryx? Who is Oryx? Destroyers of Nilfheim? Are those like your OCs, or is it just from some book or whatever I haven't seen? Okay, Hydro Crystal Origin, I guess. Yeah. Especially because Navia is our only decent DPS right here. I do need to check the reactions. Frozen Origin as well? Yeah, sure. Let's pick up all the origins at the start. Okay, and now... Oh, it's from Norse mythology. Okay. After playing shards or triggering lunar crystallize, obtain hydro crystals boon effect for 9 seconds. All party member gain 70% hydro and geo damage bonus, and 75% more damage is dealt with the lunar crystal reaction. You obtain nearby shards every 4 seconds. So this doesn't give you extra damage by itself. You need to already be dealing damage. Which is unfortunate for the bad characters like Ayato. The Wall of the Frost Giants, okay. And you can either go Stone Shatter Strikes. Oh yeah, that's what we want. We want the damage that makes it so that Ayato can actually kill opponents. And this also deals geo damage. This when you are healed. That's a bit more niche. Works with Nuvilet. Works with Shironen. We've got Kokomi and Higuin as well. Should have played Mona with Prototype Amber. My Columbina has Prototype Amber though. Oh no, she doesn't, she has Fav. My Columbina has Fav right now. Oh, I should have switched to Amber for Theater. Because you start with full energy. Amber is better if you start with full energy, and Fav is better if you start with 0. This could be useful though, the healing one. And Geo and Hydro is decreased. Or more damage instances. The attack and HP is increased. And when you are shielded, you get even more attack and even more HP. That's quite a lot of stats. Although, stats like these are actually kind of deceptively bad, I would say. Because you already get huge stat bonuses from existing in Theater. Right? So I don't actually think this would be that great. I might go for the healing ones. Could be interesting. Okay, Frozen, we have... create a stinging chill. Crit damage. For all Cryo and Hydro party members. And then... you can unleash Cold Stream Waves when Cryo characters trigger Frozen, or Frigid Flow Waves when Hydro characters trigger Frozen, which deal AoE damage of their respective element. Or you can reduce the enemy's resistance. I probably want to go for damage once again here. Because if I'm playing a good character who would benefit from shredding opponent's res, I don't need more damage. I need the buffs to help me, to help my Ayatos and my Ittos, right? This helps my Ayato more than extra pen. Bigger AoE and fire more often or fire twice? It's probably like about the same thing. When max eruption crime stacks applied, characters will 50% increased cryo damage. Yeah, probably go left. And then cryo crystals, 70% cryo and geo damage bonus. So same thing like as the Hydra one, but no lunar benefits. Because there is no lunar reaction. Stone crystal strikes. So this periodically, and this is whenever you unleash crit hits with cryo and geo characters. That's probably better, yeah. And interval is decreased, probably here. So we kind of want to go, like I said, for the healing one. Maybe I will not always have a healer. You always have with too many good ones left at the end. Last Theater was actually pretty tight for me with characters. I got there, but I didn't have any like overwhelming reaches or anything at any point. I will take the periodic ones here, because I will not always have a healer. I always trigger crit hits unless I'm Kokomi. But I'm not always doing... Yeah, we'll take this, after all. Maybe pick up an extra character? Maybe we can pick up some loser like Ayato and use him now, instead of the better characters like Xingqiu and Mona. Some loser like Ayato or Yelan. Yelan is good for this guy though. Yeah, let's pick up a character as well. Or maybe you want to focus on the blessings and then later pick up the mystery cards that makes blessings more expensive. I might regret this later. I still don't have the cryo one. That kinda sucks. Yeah, ruin machines are usually the best thing to fight. So can we do like if I wanted to keep the Navia and the Rosaria, maybe we do use the Navia. I want to use all my Geo characters though. I have more Hydro. Do we use the Xingqiu? I don't know, man. Maybe we use the Rosaria. Rosaria kinda sucks. Yeah, probably the best characters here are Navia and Xingqiu. Maybe Navia and Mona. Maybe Mona is better. She has less Hydro up though. Just application is pretty powerful. We'll be facing the crab guy. So having some extra off-field up for him will be nice. I could even on-field Mona versus the crab guy. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Everybody here is under-leveled as well, except for the trial Kachina. None of these characters are great. I should have first applied some Hydro. Oops. Wait. Wait, let me restart, because I switched the characters wrong. I'll probably be fine, but... I did this in the like exact wrong order. I can't extend the duration because I have no fixed array. Second enemy. Actually some good damage from Mona with the C6. Dahlia is perfect early on. We definitely want to make use of him here. Mystery Cash? A bit too early to guarantee companion random, I think. Let's just get 2 rerolls. Strictly good. Do I buy a character? We could buy a Hydro. Because we have mostly Hydros. Like I said, get rid of the Ayato. Ideally. Also getting more Hydro characters for the crab boss, which we are facing next thingy time, yeah. No Ayato. I guess we just take Kokomi. Another Cash? One alternate cast member joins the principal cast. Alternate cast member joins the principal. So you get a free character. You get a character for 50. That's pretty good. Character for 50, I will take that. Nuvilet. A bit early for Nuvilet. We'll make for an easy crap fight for sure. I could use him against the one of the lunar thingies. Yeah, like here. Although this looks single target. Oh, the babushka. We want Skerk for this ideally. See ya later, Lexor. We probably want to fight these girls. Maybe same team as before. This will be all my cryo, but I don't have the cryo buffs yet, actually. So I don't really care about cryo characters in the moment. We could use up the Dahlia instead. Yeah, Dahlia kinda sucks. And the attack speed will be slightly helpful here.
ドする我をま運命よここにいでよ
Oh, she's demolishing these guys actually.
少しいいかい
Oh no, he got the shield, that's bad.
行ってらっしゃいいや
水中玄関運命の巨栄運命には逆らいません風神様のよいしょ
それ
One more opponent, kinda annoying.
スリーア運命よスインしまったか
I don't have any off-field up here.
それ
神のご加護面白くこれが運命です採掘した
逃げるなって恐れなくていいぞ罪に向き合う
Barely got there. Yeah, we won't Skirk later. Let's pick up the Ayaka now. Definitely want the origin. Yeah, you want to have all the origins for sure. Oh, you can see your mystery caches here. I never even knew. But yeah, here you get the like HP and attack buffs, so that's why getting percentage attack and percentage HP kinda mid from some of the blessings if you go the more like stat buffing route instead of extra damage route. Extra damage instances. So here, maybe we could get away playing like a DPS Kokomi. I kinda want to keep the Nuvilet, honestly, for like this guy. For the Kukusor, and maybe for this as well. So I don't want to use Nuvilet versus the Krabby. But is my team good enough to deal with the Crab without him? Xingqiu will help, and yeah, Kokomi is probably good enough. Then we had some off-field Geo for the buffs, for the lunar stuff, for the not lunar stuff, but rather for this buff level 3 that we have, and a bit of cryo. I feel like this should be good enough. And if it really isn't, we will get to Nuvi that. No mystery caches. Let's see. We do have the get out of jail free card in the form of Nuvilet. Maybe no Dahlia. Maybe like Rosaria here instead. For some of these buffs as well. Although, what does it actually give me? Current Hydro character's crit damage? This actually doesn't help much. I don't need Cryo here. Maybe we do take Dahlia with us instead. For more attack speed on on Kukomi and Navia. Should be more helpful than the Rosaria, I would imagine. Let's try this. Let's see how badly it goes. Yeah, this is doing pretty well.
この件はわかるかい神のご加護打ち続けてご安心をあと何発でしょうそれよ避けられる
Hello? I couldn't plunge. But yeah, man, we actually destroyed him. What? That was good. I guess the Hydro Crystallized buffs just must have carried us. And Dahlia was useful. Llama would actually be good with Nuvilet for the next stage. Getting some blooms here from our Hydro up. Add some Geo in the back. It's kinda legit. We could also just go Escoffier to make sure we destroy the opponents. Escoffier Nuvillet is also really strong. Scarlet doesn't really need Escoffier here, because she's just too powerful. This is like less strong but more niche. It will be harder to fit Llama later. There are some Dendro beasts I will be fighting as well though. But I could do like Nuvillet Kokomi, Llama and some Geo versus the beasts. I kinda like this idea. Let's try. Rare Mystery Cache. We definitely take this. Companion events will cost 10 fewer Fantasia flowers. Yeah, that's very good. I haven't really picked many companions yet. This will pay itself off after 4 companions. I did say I wanted a Geo character. Maybe Zhongli? The rules that shields have an advantage, but I think just so that you don't die. She's have an advantage. But yeah, Nuvillet should be fine, especially if I go with Kokomi as well. I guess I will take Albedo. Want some reliable Geo for this stage. Let's try. Let us try this. Nuvillet, Kok, Albedo, Lauma. Yeah, let's go like this. Who is Nuvillet, the Hydro Dragon Sovereign? One of the original rulers of the world, actually. Who then died and was reborn as a human. So he's like part dragon. He has a human body but a dragon soul, I guess? I'm not actually sure how the resurrection worked. But I think physically he is a human, but he does have draconic powers and he does have some draconic features. I need to defeat 10 opponents, that's a lot of opponents. But they're dying fairly quickly, I guess, it's okay. Whoopsie. Oh, they destroyed my Albedo summon thingy. Okay, yeah, we're actually chilling. Wasn't even close. We still got 18 seconds left. So far as theater, it's pretty easy. We could already pick Skerk to make sure we have her for the second one. Or we could pick some slightly less useful characters to just go through the other stages. Yeah, we are still pretty early on. We might save the Skerk for later. This is the second chance I'm offered Skerk. What if I don't actually get her by the time I need to do these stages? Let's get Higuin maybe. Because what am I gonna use now? Probably Navia, some Hydro, maybe Llama again. And like the Rosaria or something. Yeah, we could also use Ayaka. Yeah, let's get the Higuin. Cryo Crystal Divergence? Sure. I can't pick up the companion random afterwards. Oh no, I actually can. Yeah, I can. Because it's cheaper. So I want whenever you deal crit hits. Because it's pretty easy, dealing crit hits. We'll also upgrade our Frozen or just get a Geo character. I feel like my characters are good for now. I get plus 90 after the next one. Having the minus 10 here is so lovely, actually. So I probably go with like Ayaka, some Hydro, Rosaria, and Lauma for the lures. Or maybe one of the Geos, actually. What are my Geo characters? I could pick up a Zhongli, like from the worst ones I could pick up Ito or Zhongli. Or Noel. I'll just pick up the Frozen Divergence. So I want the extra damage. Yep. Oh, this is a defense stage though. Defense stages are always annoying. I will probably just go with these guys. They should be easier to control than the Saurians, I imagine. I don't think I ever defended a ley line monolith against Saurians. You don't really often fight them either. So freezing them will definitely be the way to go. Shiguin's bubble will also help. Lauma just to use her up, because like she's kinda bad. Rosaria for more reliable freezes. I could want an off-field cryo later. I still have like Citlali and Shenhe and Escoffier. Because the next boss is just Geo Shield and then Hydro Shield. We don't actually need cryo for anybody here. Cryo is kinda like the homeless element. There shouldn't be any cryo checks. Unless there are some like cryo horses or whatever. We need to make sure they don't destroy our monolith. Other than that, it doesn't really matter what we do. Ouch. I should have gone Rosaria first for some cryo before it reverse. Yeah, these guys are not targeting the monolith at all. Oh! He heard me! He heard me complain! This wasn't really a complaint though. I appreciate your cooperation. My llama is like my best member substitute. Yeah, this is one of the easiest defenses I've had to do. Not only do these enemies just not really try much, but also freeze is just best for this. I feel like some off-field cryo would be nice here. Although versus the Gecko we do want to buy Columbina. So maybe we do pick Columbina for this. Yeah, we still have the Ayaka if we need cryo in this stage. Companion random twice. Companion random 3 times actually. And there's already a Geo, anti-Geo opponent here. I guess we just pick it then. I could also refresh. I do have 5 refreshes if I want Companion Geo. Or a Mystery Cash. Mystery Cash would not allow me to buy another Companion though. I feel like Companion random is okay. I have 2 chances to get G-Buy. Right now. Actually like at least 3. Right now, after the fight, and then 1 more. No Zibai, but we can pick up... So I either could pick up some of the off-field cryo I was saying that I could use, or an OL. But if I need a Geo DPS, I think I will just use Navia here. I could use Noel here. I could use Noel Navia. That might be overkill though. The Alberta I would kinda want to keep for Klee. Klee would be nice here as well, but we just didn't get her. I think I'll pick up Noel. We are fighting a Geo guy. Won't get much useful than that. So Noel, probably the Shiguin. I think I want to keep Xingqiu. For this guy? That's a while from now, and Xingqiu actually isn't that good. I can use him now. Yeah. And if you get Zibai, if I can do Zibai Kulmina, it doesn't matter which characters I have left. I can use any garbage. I can use the Ayaka there or something. And here I want to main DPS the Noel. Yeah, what do I want to do? Maybe start with this. I could have used maybe like that. He's actually not really taking much damage, huh? Oh, these guys have much less damage though. Back to kill again. Yeah, this will not be enough. We need to defeat 2 more opponents. Maybe? Any seconds? Not quite. If I played a bit better, I also wasn't switching to Shiguin much at all. Shiguin's animation is kinda too long here, and we already had enough Hydro up. Instead of Shiguin, let's get Ayaka in on the mission. Proccing this should be helpful, I imagine, maybe. Maybe the more so the Geo, the Cryo Crystallize. This way faster, I
任せてくだ
think.
さい。
股間奥義、この件はわかるかい？
いや、戦場のお掃除の時間です。
Yeah, we have quite a bit more time for this guy now.
桜吹雪。
これってサータンズ？堂々不意打ちファイヤー。メイドの礼儀に気をつけます。は、綺麗にしませんと。
歌よ錦となれ。
Yeah, the power of having all the reactions actually.
やっ
Lovely. And the victory spin. Oh, she paused. Klee! Shouldn't be very useful now specifically, I really wanted the Jibai. But Klee probably could deal with the Gecko as well. Klee Albedo? Yeah, I imagine it wouldn't be so bad. And we could even have Columbina for the Lunar Crystallize if we needed to. Yeah, I will take Klee. We can pick up Companion Geo, and this is pretty likely to be Jibai, and then we have a free fight. Nice.
行きましょうか。
5 short from buffing up our Lunar Crystallize to the fullest. But yeah, I mean, this boss is so destroyed now. And we can probably also now use... Actually, we want Frozen on her, or Overloaded. I imagine Jibai would also just destroy her. We also don't need to rush. We can fight this boss later, after we find Skirk and Escoffier. Or just Escoffier Nuvilet, even. Or the C6 Furina. Oh yeah, that would help. So the way C6 Furina works, after she presses her E, she gets the infusion if she's in Numa. So you change to Numa, then you E, then you attack a bit, then you change back to Numa, to Usha, and then you switch back to your teammates-ish, something like that. So just smash this guy. Probably something like this. These are the less useful characters from what we have. But we don't need teammates in this team. Actually, healing is good.
月を捧ぐ。あわわ
What is he doing?
価格守りし先行よ。
Oh, I shouldn't
来た
have,
れ。行け。さあ来た。
shouldn't have budget here. I knew I didn't have to
払い清め
farm
ま
for
しょ
this
う。
achievement. Yeah, bro is so dead already.
そこ。
I forgot what character I'm playing, that's why I budget over there. I've never seen this attack before. This like... someone in the middle and he walks around. Okay, if I want to pick the weakest character, I'll probably go Itto. Not sure if we need weak characters at this point. We might just pick Shilonen to make fights easier. Or I don't have that much Hydro, especially off-field Hydro. So we might just want Aino for off-field Hydro. Because I have Geo. Hydro Geo is the most important here. It's just a Hydro Geo theater. The Cryo is fake. Now you have this. But we kinda want... We actually kinda want Cryo for this one boss. Companion random? Might as well. Esco?
インスピレーションには冒険というスパ
I
イ
would
ス
love
が
to
不
pick
可
both of
欠
these
よ。
mystery caches. Mystery cards that cost 15. May reset the selectable characters one time when choosing a customer to join the basic class after completing a combat event. It'd be easier to get my Skark this way. Or I can just go. Yeah, let's go for the refresh. Another mystery cache. Guaranteeing a companion random at this point is pretty good actually. It's already pretty late in the run. Although I still don't have anything maxed out, which is unfortunate. Furina Esko would clear the boss.
よーく見ておくといい。
Okay, we got 4 new characters. That's pretty nice, because I was kinda running out. But yeah, Furina Escoffier, we could put Klee in there as well. Just for some extra damage when I don't need the freeze. And we might just as well just use the Aino. I won't have any Geo then, so we could use Albedo. Yeah, Albedo would be good. And then Klee activates Hexerai. Yeah, I feel like I can go for this. Although if I put Albedo in, I get less buffs from Esco. But that's fine. All I need from Esco is the freeze here. And it should just be a strong team. Wait, I didn't want to go Aino.
見て見て。冷凍の時間
Oh,
よ。
whatever.
目の下の光よ光り輝くがいい。はっはっそれ。ほっバシャバシャ水弾だ。くらえ。低温中。特攻花
I didn't switch my Furina back, I got the healing Furina for now. That's okay.
ガンのように羽ばたけ。
Where is she?
はっそれ。水遊びの時間だよ。どうだ。よいしょ。世界を熱狂の渦に。はっやっそら。
I need to refresh this.
開幕だ。せい。よっと。
Why they failed? Yeah, this wasn't so good, but I wanted Albedo. I misclicked the Aino. With Albedo I would have more damage, I imagine. I shouldn't be using this now.
光り輝くがいい。お披露目だ。それ。ほっせい。はっそれ。食前火力全開。ボンボン爆弾。やあへいあ
Do you not get the Hexerai buff on Klee and on Albedo?
はじけだ。あおおはへいや歌え僕の名前
Yeah, she's absolutely getting destroyed now. Where did she go?
目の下の満足。そら君に捧げよう。はっ
Perfect, yeah. I even forgot that without Albedo I don't have the Hexerai buffs on Klee. I remember that Albedo with Klee would have Hexerai buffs, but I didn't remember that Klee wouldn't. That was much better. Let's pick Chiori. I could redraw as well, if I wanted the Skerg. But Chiori is very powerful and I don't have any other Geo. I don't think I want any character more than this. So here... Reduce res or more instances? Maybe the res. I did say that I would probably go for instances, but I think I might end up going res. At this point we have a lot of strong characters left. Never pick anything like this. Abyss Mage Selectors. What is this enemy? Blade Horn. We should be fine, right? He might have like some healing mechanics. Furina heals. I could use her here. Okay, I kinda want to keep Furina for the next boss. Should. No, we should be fine. We can pick Nuvilet here. Because we can main DPS Furina the next boss. With Aino for extra Hydro up. Nuvilet Klee? Chiori? I know? Let's see if this works. I could save Nuvilet and go Esco instead. But I rather have Esco for the next boss. The next boss might actually be tough, he's very annoying. And we still have the Zibai Columbina duo to destroy any one stage. Let's try this.
ファッション私が定義する。
はっガチャガチャ見て見て虹だよさ
Just reduce rest.
静粛に高き者私は最後
はじけろ
Alright, this guy was actually kind of a pushover. He did reduce my crit, but he did it so late that it didn't matter at all. Why is it only 2 characters now? I guess bosses give 3 and these give 1. We could just pick Chaska for like a filler. Or Jungle if I want the Geo, but he's kind of terrible Geo. He would be good with Chiori. So I need 3, there are 3 more fights. One I need a good team. Then I'll probably go Furina, Esco, Aino. Then we have 1 filler, and then 1 where I can just go Zibai. Chiori, Columbina. Let's pick the Chaska. We might just use her as filler in the Furina team. All the evolutions. And the Cryo Crystallize is kinda bad. So we just want to buff up everything at the base level. We can even use the Chaska. Does she work at all? Yo, she actually works here. Oh wait, that's amazing. Yo, she destroys this boss. Is this supposed to be a Chaska boss? Maybe it is.
見て見て虹だよガンのように羽ばたけ食開幕だ光り輝くがいいほっはっそれはっは今だロックオン
Yo, this was so easy thanks to Chaska. I need to remember whenever we next have him. I mean, it needs to be a Hydro theater for this boss to appear. And we need Chaska available, which means it's either Hydro Anemo or Chaska Issei. Guessed. No Skork. So this will be good for my final team. Let's pick the Yelan. Should be better as a filler for this one enemy. Oh shoot, it's like lunar stuff. Kinda could use the Skirk here. Skirk Yelan. Let's just buy characters. Companions random. We can buy 2 characters. Ayatos. No, I can pick better characters. There is no need for me to pick Ayato.
ちょっと何
No Skirk. We'll use Chaska. Yeah. Chaska, Yelan, Sitlali. We could go with the Shilonen. Nah, Shilonen is better.
承知した立っていればいいのか
And we can fight the non-lunar shield enemy. Pyro slimes are also good for us to fight. Why do they have... Why do they have exclamation marks? What do they do? I don't know. We might be cooked. Worst case scenario, I will whip out the Jibai here and then try to get Skirk for the final fight. Would also work.
シトラリリツパパこうよ絶に
Oh, they are the bounty targets. Okay, makes sense. That's why they have the exclamation mark. What is he doing? I'm glad I have Chaska. Because bro is just flying. Oh, yeah, that's actually kind of terrible. With Chaska.
手加減なしよ口封じは任せたからね
But that's fine. The slimes make it so that Citrali can reliably proc reactions, even if there is no Hydra on the enemy. We get the cryo damage bonus. And we are mostly doing cryo with Chaska here.
ロックオン今だ消え失せろ痛がっちゃいない終わりね
さあ働きなさいシトラリリツパパ
魂よ律令に従え
Nice. Ajay, hello, Peep. This is pretty lovely. For the last slot in our Zibai team. Kazuda even normally would play here? Like Goro or something. Actually, no, this is not lovely because I have 3 Geo. Yeah, she doesn't work. Actually, let's pick Zhongli. Zhongli is better. Yes. I would kinda want to max out my reactions. Although, actually, I won't even be proccing these reactions. I will just have a Geo Hydro team. So they don't matter at all. Here we can just go for the fight. Yep. He does have high Georas, but it's not like it matters. When you have a legit team in theater, it doesn't matter what the enemy does. With the lunar crystallized buffs as well. We also get shred from this. Yeah.
流れて新月が
絹のような弱さね次
揺らぐことなし
片付けましょう洗い清めましょう
I almost got the proper combo, but then I got interrupted.
移して今宵月を
It was
刺
actually fairly
愛に
tanky.
染まって散りなさい
岩山八九
それやっはっせそこ
Oh, nice. Yeah, the EE N1E works pretty well. Okay, yeah, one of the easier theaters actually. I had no issue at any stage. And I didn't even pick Skerk. Skerk sat this out on the bench. I did use your C6 Furina though, that was helpful. Without the C6 Furina, the Grandma could have been problematic. I would have just needed Skerk for the Grandma then. I love the performance tour summary. 380k. That's a lot of damage. Probably. I mean, I used Klee Albedo against the Grandma. But we kinda destroyed it. Yeah, probably would have been fine. I would just spend more field time on Klee, so I wouldn't lose that much damage from Furina doing no damage. Klee is great, thank you very much. I did put her on now, but she wasn't available. If you've already cleared it, like a day or two ago, then yeah, she wasn't available yet. I mean, you couldn't have done 2 days ago. I only put her on today. I wanted to prepare my characters for the theater already like 2 days prior or something, but I noticed that somebody borrowed my characters that very day, so I decided to just wait until the end of the month, and then I was late. Oh no, but I don't think I even put my Klee on right now. Because she has the Docotails. Not owned, not owned. I feel like because everybody loves Furina, so everybody will pick Justice when offered. So that's why we should pick the lovers instead, because it will be easier to get Justice from like a trade with somebody in the future, once we start getting like forced dupes. The laws that now bind the nations of the world, without exception, derive from the will of gods or mortals. As with these laws, when we speak of justice, we are speaking of a concept that was not born from nature, a construct of nations and peoples, a meaning devoid of purpose. What is justice? Mercy, the authority of creation, form for the formless. Harmony, perfect elevation, a balancing hand on uneven scales. Revenge, armed retribution, a dream of the old epoch's downfall. A drama, a dreaming delusion, a never-ending cycle of sacrifice. Mystery, death, and rebirth, the lonely chill of salvation. Yet so you shall say, to submit to love without any flaw of will, this is the shadow of primordial justice. The path to understanding and beauty, love, or the smelting and separation that signify it. The clumsy speech of the mundane world cannot describe such opaque mysteries, and so it calls them lovers. The joy of new life and intertwined souls, a fated encounter doomed to be broken. And so, dance now, dance, O lover mine alone, my inseparable other half. For every joy-filled yesterday we once shared, for every tomorrow we once longed for but will never see. Dance now, dance, dance through the wind and snow, through the trials and our final secret wedding. Even death cannot part us. So I pick the lovers. Just pick everything but justice, not because I have anything against Furina, but because the average person loves Furina. Not sure if I had a chance to talk with Jiba yet in the theater.
冒険の準備はすべて整っているわね。なら、あとは勇敢に突き進むのみ。手に負えないほどの困難に遭遇したときは、遠慮なく私を頼って。
We've definitely heard it before, although it must have been a while.
実に興味深い場所だ。
Geo is kinda rare in the theater
繰り
actually.
返し挑むことを許しつつ、休息するための空間も提供している。つまりこの場所を作った者は、来訪者に期待を寄せているのだろう。どんなに長い戦いも、いつか終わりを迎える。果たして、ここでの戦いはいつまで続くのだろうか。
Because Geo is mutually exclusive with Anemo. Because just because a reaction doesn't exist doesn't mean they cannot make one. For example, we got the Rime Grass, Cryo plus Dendro, but Geo and Anemo cannot react because you cannot apply Geo or Anemo to the enemy. You can only react with an already existing aura. So Anemo and Geo can never be together in the theater. And then unless they wanted to do bonus reactions, Dendro and Geo also are not compatible. That's why Geo is one of the rarer elements.
武術を磨くため
Cherry
に
may goat.
剣術の稽古をする人を山ほど見てきたけど、私には必要ない。光と刀の影の美学を捉え、戦いから生まれたひらめきをみんな手繰り寄せて裁縫箱に収めたいだけ。心配しないで。もし私が何かに気を取られても、たもとが君の助けになるから。
ねえ、気づいてた？逆さまに置かれた頭上の本棚。天井には絨毯、机、椅子もある。角度を変えてみるとどう？もしかしたら、あっちが本物の地上で、私たちは魔女さんたちの魔法で、空に吊るされてるのかもしれないね。
Kumina's so cute. The first person view. I wonder if this is intentional. That here in this corner you get this like this third person view. It's very easy to set up. Okay, we can grab some of our rewards, but not all of them yet. We can claim these. The books and such. Oh yeah, this might be where I always have so many books, and then I don't know where they came from. This is where books come from. 1,000 Primogems, that's a lot. But this we do not claim, because we want to only claim the Transient Resin once we will be able to use it for the next Stygian. I really like the theater. It's the most unique Genshin endgame. So yeah, the unclaimed rewards will now bug us for the foreseeable future. Let me TP over here. Maybe do some rhythm gaming. Let's get Wanderer on the job. Been a while. Oh! Yeah, today is a Thursday. Oh, good thing I remembered, because all my weeklies are set to be done on Thursday. We can go chat with Columbina, actually. We can go chat with Columbina and then get our Transformer and everything done. Shoot, I almost forgot. But that's why it's good to have everything on one day. I remembered Transformer and now I remember everything. Escoffier cooking, even the Columbina anecdote, which is kinda useless, but... whatever.
絵を当てるゲームをしてるの。混ざる？じゃあ、始めるよ。何の絵か当ててみて。
The Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau. Wait, is it actually? I think it is, because it's too bulgy at the bottom here to be an umbrella.
お前こいつらとこっそりリハーサルでもやったのか？
ファデュイがなどくらいに作った建物は、この子たちにとってよっぽどインパクトがあったみたいだね。
Yeah, I mean, this was fun. Fun little interaction. Because there are a bunch of pictures, and I think you like randomly get some
付き合ってくれてあ
when
り
you
が
first
とう。
play it. And then there are a
い
bunch
い
more
気晴ら
pictures.
しになった。また会えるの楽しみにしてるね。
Once the pictures start repeating, that's when it's probably gonna be like, yeah, maybe we stop doing this every week. Or once we go to Snezhnaya. Maybe I will keep up with the Columbine anecdotes until we go there.
よかったらまた一緒。
Also, one day the silvers will be useful, right? Surely. Stealing her decorations. Now we are cleaning up her pen. Columbina droppings everywhere. As her caretaker, we need to make sure her living area remains clean. Okay, now let's go over here to the electro crystals and get Escoffier on the job. Here. Slightly this way.
悪くないわ。
Now it's good. Advances 2 ticks at a time. Transformer down. Put some... I'm running out of pine cones. I had like 8k of them, I'm pretty sure. And because I use them every week, it like adds up. I have a bunch of silk flowers. 1,000 of these as well. A bunch of radishes. I also grab carrots every day. Where are carrots? They are here. No? Here. Oh, I actually don't have many. I thought that grabbing 4 carrots every day would add up. I guess not every day, it's every stream, which is every like 2 to 3 days. On average. Probably like every 2, because sometimes I stream Genshin multiple days in a row. How do I have so many Matsutake? I think I got... Like, the things that I have a lot of usually come from expeditions. That's where you get, like, insane quantities of these materials. Usually. And now we wait. I'll get more water. Oh, wait, gotta click this. Oh no, this is going in the background as well, I don't need to click this. The reward screen doesn't pause the game actually. Some weapon mods, a few books, EXP. Okay. Oh, I didn't actually claim these rewards. Inefa's birthday! This morning a new item was added to my to-do list. Birthday. Priority level? Highest. According to Aino's note, inviting friends to gather on a meaningful occasion can significantly increase motivation for subsequent tasks. Analysis suggests that this is most likely her most effective justification for increasing today's snack quota. However, the data does support her claim. When friends visit, Aino's mood shows a measurable increase, and my emotional module has recorded a similar positive response. Based on the above analysis, I will fully cooperate with today's celebration. Krum Klang 70% Sweet is now in high efficiency cooperation. The production is proceeding to maximum output. You may come by to sample the results at any time. And we get the Krumkake. Krumkake straight from Inefa's oven. And the guide to conflict. I got one achievement while doing the theater as well. Pretty much the final doable achievement. We are caught up again. Just in time, as we are getting another map expansion next patch. And new map expansion means new achievements. Best idol. Okay, so let's heal up the steam while I'm at it. Definitely get out of Inazuma because I don't want to be struck down by lightning. Oops. Okay, so I'll go take a quick bathroom break. And then we'll do some rhythm gaming. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Hello, Fat. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do something short. Although I guess any song will be short if I just fail it quickly. Ah, got a good man. Oh, I didn't notice this L1. I had two goods. What happens? Once I get one good, I also get like thrown off a bit. Ah man, I blinked. I didn't notice the one on the L key again, but I had one good before as well. Where is Ulanian? No, I got one good? When? Oh no, man. Was it on one of the sliders? So the devastating 99%. Oh my god. You know what we should do as well? Something that I did more in the past, but haven't really done recently at all. Actually, watch the Lina video. I used to watch most of the character release videos on stream, but haven't done anything lately. But I haven't even watched the Lina video yet, so we can watch it together. Reaction content. Wait, how do I make it full screen? What is the full screen button? Excuse me? What is this? Oh, here.
そうしてるの
It
は
lagged. I see the same thing as you. Oh my god, what is happening? Freaking YouTube. Here we go.
そうしてるのはみんなと同じじゃないといじめられるから。いや、ごめんごめん、怖がらないで。座っておしゃべりしようよね。スネージナヤには自分の子供と人の赤ん坊をこっそりすり替えるフェイがいるって言われてるの。フェイの子は見た目は人間にそっくりだけど、すぐに自分が人じゃないって気づく。でも生きるためには正体を隠さないといけない。
おい、見てみろよ、変な髪。
本当だ、翼みたい。鳥さんなの？違うよ。ママが新しい髪型にしてくれただけ。
Oh, these pictures are so cute, man.
世界に溶け込もうとその子はいっぱい時間をかけて他の人の真似をしたけど、どれだけやってもいつもうまくいかなくて。それならいっそその違いに向き合おうって思ったの。
時間はあっという間だな。
帽子はもういいんでしょ？うん。みんな元気でね。ホラガイダーのこと忘れない。
俺たちも忘れないよ、元ボス。
さて、雨も止んだし、そろそろ行こっかな。周りと違うことなんて気にしなくていいよ。世界はこんなに広くて知らないものばかりなんだから。君もきっと本当の仲間を見つけられる。うん。やっ一緒に行きたいの？さあおいで。広い世界が待ってるよ。
This is so cute. This cuteness overload. Especially like the baby Lina with those like hand puppets. Oh my god. I'm so glad I watched it. Okay, let's do one more song. Because I'm probably gonna be too tired after one more. But something I haven't done in a while. Maybe like Albedo. It's also fairly short, which is good. Oh, I clicked A instead of S. I was doing perfectly so far and we were so close to the end. I could do one more short one. I've already done Diona. Let's go Fisher. Nice. Actually got something done. Today. We got at least one song, that means the day wasn't a waste. Okay, before we end things off, let's do some Genshin though. Oops. Above 3.4, one up arrow. Let's go like Linnae. That's Lynette, we were very close. Wait, no, that's not Lynette? It's Fremine. Wait, was he 4.0 as well? Apparently. All the entire trio was 4.0. I thought that Fremine came a patch later with like Nubilet. Apparently not. My tail is getting wet. Let's find a fire and dry off. I think it's actually Goro. Yeah. I remember having this quote before and being Tinari, and it's actually Goro, not Tinari. Could it be Zhongli? Nice. Zhongli's shield. Pyro, the Xinyan. Whoa! No way! Oh, no way. Triple one-shot in Genshin is incredibly difficult. This was pure luck though. Like pure luck. Maybe Shuei as well? No, that will not be so good. 1 power above 1.6. Maybe Aventuring. Oh, he's the same mod, so it can never be Aventuring. Still higher. Maybe Robin. Oh, she also uses the same mod. Physical character from 2.2. Boothill. Took me a while. My expand is 4 days running out. I must return to my coffin. Take care. That's Shuei. That's Shuei. This looks like a little dagger. Maybe it's Moza. No, shoot. This is like Kafka. No, that's not a dagger. It's like a moon. Jingliu. Yeah, Jingliu. Berb. Doesn't matter that it's black. Is there even any character associated with a black bird? Should we just go Robin? Sword bird. Sushang. Lightning. Sword bird. Huh? Takarona Glaya? No. Arlan? Does Arlan have anything to do with birds? Pylo? Black Swan doesn't have anything to do with swords. And she's not lightning either. Fushuan, no. Jingyuan? No. Kafka? Kafka at least has a sword. I'm not sure what the bird is about though. Mose maybe. Not sure a bird, but he has a sword at least. Wouldn't be Serval. Mose or Kafka probably. It was Mose. What does Mose have to do with birds? I guess he's like edgy. I don't know. Does he have raven symbolisms anywhere? He could. He very well could. Okay. So like it's been a while since the last Anton. Yeah. But the overabundance of electric attack is the very reason why I go for them second. Okay. So I think I will call it a day a bit earlier today. I did what I did today is I bought myself a new, or like I used new 3DS XL. Barely used though, looks brand new. I want to do some like cleaning on it and then check out how it's doing on the software side as well. So I do need some extra time before bed. Otherwise, I would still do it, but then go to sleep at 2 a.m., which would be terrible. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. This will be the end of the stream for today. I do have a stream every single day at 8 p.m. CEST, which is 2.5 hours before today. Before now. Not before today. You can join the Discord server to get stream notifications and the like. And yeah. I'll see you all tomorrow for some Friday Zenless. Bye bye.